What up? Hey, B2. I'm going to go without the face cam for this video because there's so much going on the screen, but I have absolutely fallen in love with a game called Conflict of Nations, and I'll tell you the main reason why, and it's going to be the same reason why so many people hate the game, and that's because it takes so long to play, and because it's a complete strategy game that involves thinking things through and executing a plan, and doing that with multiple people. So that's right. So first things first, we are going to take a look at, let me see if I can change the screen here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so perfect. So when we hit the change screen, it's going to go to the current screen. So let me just double check that. Hey. All right, so we did get it set up right. So here is the overview of the games that I play. You simply get that by clicking on the Games tab, and then I'm playing 7 current games. But I wanted to show you this, the ranking of the total number of players. So right now I'm ranked 182 out of a lot of people, like a lot of people. So we're ranked 182nd in the world, and let's say there's 105,000 total players that have ever logged in. You can see there's no score here. So these are people that logged in and never played. But a lot of people playing, and we've managed to get into the top 2. We've also managed to get into an alliance called the Private Military Incorporated, and they are the number 2, or I should say we are the number 2 alliance, and you can see how extremely active this alliance is, with just one guy logging in on the 5th and everybody else having logged in today, which is extremely important because when I look at the alliance rankings, it shows up in here that they just started doing league games like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And look at that, a little notification from YouTube there. So anyway, the only other people who have finished a game is the Grupo de Combate, and they are in first place with an elo of 1,048. So within 3 weeks. But a typical game will take you about 60 to 90 days to play. So yeah, it's a huge commitment, and there's a lot that goes on the map. But I'm telling you, like, once you get into this game and you start leveling up and learning it, like, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty awesome, and I'm hooked on it. So if you look at here at the alliance rankings, we have got a challenge out to Grupo right now. We want to take on the top dog. We would like to be sole place in the number 1, and I think we have the actual team to take it. So if you look at the ranking, let's go back over to game rankings players. Santano, he's one of our guys, and I believe we had an invite out from Spanky for a while back. If we look on the second page, Gerbil's coming over, Rabid Gerbil's coming over to us, Calmius is with us, Saracen's with us, and then we've got a couple of guys that are right below that. So we've got a good amount of people in the top 25, and now it'll take me probably a couple of months to get there. So anyway, back to the game at hand. You can see that my country in this match is Brazil. And so what you try to do is you start with these cities, and when you click on the cities, there's things that you can build and do, and it gives you the overview. But the main thing to watch out for is population and victory points, right? And then there's like a healing value and all kinds of other stuff in there. But I'll explain it to you. And I got a 19% bonus increase because of the underground bunkers built, and you know, the more buildings you build in there, the higher the VPs, the higher the population can get with certain types of buildings. Like, it's pretty intricate as far as what you can actually put in there. So what I did in this game was come to Suriname, Guyana, Venezuela, the Port of Spain. I took that as well, down to Colombia, and now through Ecuador, heading into Peru. So I think if I go out, yeah, we're in North Peru right now. This guy up here is smoking my guy right there. It's going to be a battle. My guy's ranked higher, but he's just not. He's not hitting as hard as that guy. So I'm trying to get some troops down here and a tank from over here. But you can see, like, this tank won't even be there until 2 o'clock in the morning my time. So that's like 10 hours from now. That's how long it takes a tank to move across the map. So you definitely want to go with like units that can be air assaulted in and moved by helicopter or planes into, like, you know, make airports and build air bases so that you can get troops flown in on transports and stuff like that. It's very detailed and intricate. And I did an intro video on this before, but I was just like total nub cakes, and you know, this is kind of like And anybody who's played the game will look at my map right now and go, dude, what are you doing, man? You don't have any artillery cover. You don't have any planes flying to take out like strike fighters or air superiority. You got nothing. And the reason for that is simply because this is it's an actual alliance, a GVG, we call it, guild versus guild. But you can see on here, we're dominating it right now. The other team is so far ranked down below. And we've knocked most of them out. Like, even these two top players up here are in our alliance. But when they tried to join the game, it put them on as opponents. Which, I mean, what good is that? You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have some things to work out as far as how alliance games are started. But you can see we've got this underhand. And if you add up all these points, we're only 75 away from a win, which we need 2,824 to win. And so that's why we're trying to snap up these last couple of provinces before the reset in about, I don't know, I think it's about 2 hours from now. So you can see we had one guy jump into Spain and Portugal and take the cities because, like, Madrid, it was worth 4 points. Sevilla was worth a point, so we took that. We took the province here worth a point. We took Lisbon, which was worth 2 points. So we're just trying to get all that over. So he's got all these strike fighters in here, totally covering it up, that took out all the troops and everything on the map. So now all he has to do is move his ground troops out and around and start grabbing VPs away from the enemy. So he also took Barcelona. That's a 5. So he took like another 12 points there, and I took some points on my side. We're trying to take this little rogue state that's down here. And then, of course, we have Russia, who is running through here trying to grab as many VPs down here as they can. So, like, any city that is red or got smoke on it is where a war is, you know, somebody who you're at war with, or the rogues. So if you take a city and you back out, and the morale is below 50%, there's a percent chance that a rogue state will pop up, which means like rebels and stuff like that. And so you'll have to fight them again and then take that. We also have Russia up here trying to take the last few provinces up on the north side as well. So you can tell where they're running through. Like, we're hoping that we can get the rest of our guild, hit the 28-24 and knock this game out, basically. But this is the whole world map, and you can see the green is all allies, and the red is enemies, and you can see we've got a really good handle on this map, even down to where we're taking stuff through Australia. And look, Russia's all the way down here, gobbling up as many territories as we can in order to get out there. So let's give them a shout. Who is that? That's doing that is Subotai. Yeah. However you say it. Good job, buddy. That's how you really have to say it. But yeah, so this will update here in a couple of hours, and then hopefully it'll give us the W, and we can get out of this game and move on to another challenge. So typically, what you do is in your screen here, it'll show you, like, in your alliance tab, if you have any alliance games. Where is it at? Another tab in the tab here, and we don't. Like, we've got a couple of alliance games going on overall, but nothing. We don't have any open challenges. And what we'd like to do is get some alliances that want to take us on. So if you are in an alliance and you would like to fight against us, we would love to have more challenges and play more games. We're a very, very active alliance, so you would at least get a good fight out of us. So anyway, that is another update for Conflict of Nations. I hope that it has piqued your interest, and any of these game numbers that you can actually get in, or any of these alliances, what I would recommend is find an active alliance, and that might take a couple of times to find an active alliance that you can get into, and then I would come and join the game, because it's worth it. I mean, this game is so much fun, and you don't have to spend money to be good at the game. You don't have to spend money to be great at the game. So, again, and you can move up the rankings really, really fast. So anyways, B2, this is Conflict of Nations, and I will see you on the battlefield.